Hello everyone, Reaper here again, and today, well, Merry Christmas. First of all, Merry Christmas to everybody, or at least everyone that celebrates Christmas. The purpose of this video is to have another little haul of some of the books that I was lucky enough, to get for Christmas yesterday. It's a relatively short haul, unlike some of my other ones. I got about 5 books, but I think they're really good books. So this video will be a rather short one. So let us begin. Now, before I go on, I have these two things right here on top of the CGC box because they are meant to hold some of the later books in place. I've tried before. I wanted to put it up against the tree, but I tried some of the other books that I'm going to show later in the video up against it here, but they would always slide down. They may still slide down, but last time I tried, they were held firmly in place by this little, whatever the hell this thing is, and this old Super Nintendo adapter. But for the first 2 books, we don't need these, but I just want to keep them here just in the position so I don't have to adjust it later. So we'll start off with the first book. Try to get it up here without too much glare. Walking Dead #7, first print. The first appearance of Tyrese. Now, like I said, all the books that I'm going to show in this video in my Christmas haul here are books I got for Christmas. So I was lucky enough to get this book. This was a book that I had my eye on for a while, and this was one of the ones I put on my Christmas list that my wife was very nice to get for me. Of course, I had to go look for it because she doesn't know what to look for, but she was very nice to pay for it. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. So yeah, Walking Dead #7, the first appearance of Tyrese. It's in really great shape. What grade did I give it? I gave it a 9.0. So that makes it a very fine near mint. Yeah, awesome book. I just looked through it briefly. I don't really like to look through these books. I have reprints of the Walking Dead books, so whenever I want to read one, I look through those, but I just looked through it obviously so I could grade it properly, and I caught a few scenes on Tyrese and how he came to the group and all that stuff, so I thought it was pretty cool. But yeah, definitely a good book to get if you can get it. And believe it or not, we did find this for rather cheap. It wasn't super expensive as some of the other Walking Dead books are, so I was very happy. And it's, I think the book actually took place, the story in the book, from what I read, took place on Christmas Eve, with the snow and all that stuff, so that was pretty cool. It's very fitting. Okay, next book. Try to set it up without at least the minimum amount of glare. Walking Dead #27. This is a first print. I'm not sure if they actually did a second print of this one, but it's definitely the first print, and it is the first appearance of the Governor. The Governor, Martinez, and the town of Woodbury. I give this an 8.5. It's got, a little tick here on the spine, another little tick on the spine, but it's in really, really wonderful shape. Once again, I looked through it. The Governor in the comic was a lot different. Well, at least to me, he seemed a little different. A little different than he appeared on the show. He was different in a sense that on the show, you sort of knew that he was bad, where they were going with it and stuff, but you knew right from the start in this book that he was a bad guy. And I don't know, I personally like the Governor on the TV show. I know a lot of my friends that read Walking Dead, they say the books, the comics are a lot better, and I guess they are in a way. The show tends to go off on their own path at times, introducing characters that weren't in the comic, and that's fine. But I think that I personally liked David Morrissey as the Governor. I thought he was better as the Governor on the show than the Governor in the comic, but that's just my opinion. But yeah, Walking Dead #27. This was definitely a book that I was meaning to get for a while, and another one of the books that I was lucky to get for Christmas. All right, the last three. Now, this is why we have these two things set up. There we go. Invincible #1, 9.0 CG Seed. It's the first full appearance of Invincible. I've had a lot of questions about the first appearance of Invincible. I've read on the internet and I've heard from other sources that he made his first appearance in Tech Armor. I don't remember what issue, but Tech Armor. And then someone else told me he made his first appearance in, what was that other book? Family something. I don't. The title escapes me, but inside the title, the word family was inserted. So if anybody could actually clear that up for me, when he made his cameo appearance, I'd be grateful if you left a comment. But according to CGC, he made his first full appearance in this one. And I believe I looked up those other two books that he supposedly made his cameo appearance in, and they really weren't that expensive. But this one is always expensive, both CG Seed and non-CG Seed. So I guess his full appearance, sort of like Wolverine, is the one that everyone wants, is the one to get. So, yeah, I'm trying to get into Invincible right now, but this was one of the books that I've seen and I've heard about for several months that is definitely worth a pickup. So I managed to get it for Christmas, and I was very happy to get it at a 9.0. I know some people want it at a higher grade, but for me to pay or to have somebody pay some of those prices for a really super grade like a 9.6 or a 9.8, it's just not worth it. And I've talked about this in other videos. It's good to have a nice grade, a grade that you're satisfied with, whether it be a mid grade or a mid-high grade or a high grade or whatever, or whatever, as long as you're happy. But some of those really, really high grades, do you really want to spend several $100s on an Invincible #1? For 9.8, it's just something you got to ask yourself. I just don't think it's worth it at those prices, but that's just me. If you can do it, great. If you can't do it, just take a look at your other options. But yes, Invincible #1. Last two books coming up. Okay. Batman Harley Quinn. This was a special that came out in 1999. It is the 9.6 CG Seed graded. It was the origin and first appearance of Harley Quinn in the DC Universe continuity, not her first appearance in comics in the DC continuity. Once again, with Harley Quinn, I've heard different things when she made her first appearance. I mean, I know there's the well accepted one. But then there are others I heard. I wish I could say that the issue, because once again it escapes me. I apologize. But I heard she showed up in a completely different book that wasn't even Batman. That wasn't even a Batman title. So I don't know. I really don't know. But according to CGC, they say that this is her first appearance in DC continuity, and I'll go with them. But if anybody wants to leave a comment, please do so. I'm always up for an education in comics, first appearances, key issues, all that. Any advice you have or any knowledge you have can only help me, so I appreciate that. But yeah, Batman Harley Quinn, I already described it to you. Cool looking cover. I've always liked Alex Ross. I had the chance to pick up Kingdom Come. I was a fan of the Marvel books that he did in the early 90s. I read those when they first came out. And I know Kingdom Come is DC's answer to Marvel's. And both series are really, really good. And I think I preferred Kingdom Come over Marvel's, because it just had that, well, they were both very realistic and gritty. But I really enjoyed Alex Ross during that run. And apparently he drew the cover to this only. He only drew the cover. And I've always liked him as an artist. He was one of my favorite artists. So I'm once again very happy to get this. I know Harley Quinn, her first appearance, or anything with Harley Quinn rather, is heating up as of late, because she was announced that she's going to be in the new Suicide Squad movie. And I think she's always been she's been a very popular character over the last few years, especially she showed up in the video games and all that stuff. So anything with Harley Quinn is definitely on fire right now. So if you can grab it or anything with her in it, I'd say go ahead. And now for the very last book that I got for Christmas in my Christmas haul. Yeah, I was obviously going somewhere with Harley Quinn, and I said, if I'm going to do Harley Quinn, I'm going to go full-blown with Harley Quinn. This is her first appearance in comics. CGC 8.5, Batman Adventures number 12. I am so happy to have this book for the reasons I said a few moments ago. You know, she's in the new movie, and anything with Harley Quinn, especially her first appearance, is going up. Yeah, this book is insane right now. It's, you know, you can go look on eBay, you look at some stores. It's really expensive. I was very happy to have been able to get this at an 8.5 at a decent price, not a, you know, not in a super expensive price. I've seen stuff on eBay going, you know, in the 8.5 range and above for like, oh, unbelievable amounts of money. But she's definitely worth it. She's definitely going to go up. I don't see this as a book that's going to, you know, cool off. It's definitely a book that's going to keep going up, and it's probably going to stay that way for a while. When the movie dies down a bit, I don't see the book going down in value. It'll probably just stay at a certain value for a while. But yeah, Harley Quinn, you know, first appearance, early appearances, anything with her, definitely going to be worth it, worth money, and definitely worth picking up. Well, I'd like to thank you all for viewing my Christmas haul. I know, like I said, it's a shorter video than what I usually do. I'm looking forward to a nice long Christmas vacation. I have every intention to catch up on some of my videos, that being the videos that all of you put out. I'm looking forward to seeing your videos and try to comment on them for you. And thank you very much once again. Enjoy the holidays and have a safe, happy New Year.